So a TikTok friend of mine has started to learn Sumerian. I'm not too sure how long he's been studying for, but he already has the clay out, something I haven't done in 5 years, so fair play to him. So shout out to him. I'm going to translate one of his tablets, and I'm going to translate the one I haven't seen before. So it'll be a little bit of a challenge, and I can go through the whole process step by step with you. So this is the one I want to go through, because it is a phrase I haven't seen before, and the others I have covered on my channel before in the past in one way or another. So just off the top of my head, transcribing, I can see Atu, Kala, An or Dingir, Nyatu, Nitu, Nyatu, Ba, and Til. So then, this is what I've got to work with. Now I want to take a good look at it and transliterate. So at this point, I need to identify if there's any determinatives, if there are any compound nouns, if there are any case markers, if there are any compound case markers, and if there are any verbal chains present. And of course, if there's any nominal chains that are present. So I think it's best to start off to find out if there's any determinatives. This here is the only candidate that could be a determinative in this sentence. But you'll see in a second what follows is not the name of a divine being, so we can be certain it's not being used as a determinative. So this means it can only be used as a pronounced, syllabic or logographic function. And experience tells me that a syllabic function doesn't make any sense, so I know that it's being used as a part of a longer nominal chain. So I know now that it's holding its logographic function as An for heaven or sky, or Dingir as God or divine. And that this is all one nominal chain or one noun phrase. So I now need to find out what Atu Kalag means. And Atu means arm, and Kala or Kalag means strong or mighty. So together it means strong arm. But, and this is where experience comes in again, I know that Atu Kalag is a compounded noun, which then changes and shortens the phonetical value to Usu. I also know that the postpositioned Nyatu is a compound of the first person singular and the genitive case marker, meaning of my. So what we have for the first part of the sentence is the strong arm of my heaven, or the strong arm of my God, or the strength of my heaven, or the strength of my God. And this is where you use your common sense to context and determine that the phonetical value of God makes more sense than the phonetical value of heaven. And finally, the second part of the sentence, where we have a very basic noun phrase and a very basic verbal phrase. And here we have a noun with a polyvalency of 2, which can either mean fear or self. And this is attached to a case marker which at first glance could seem exactly the same as the previous Nyatu case marker, translating to of my, and that's a possibility. Or it could simply be representing the cohortative case, meaning my, but with a self-desire, intent or wish aspect to it. And then Ba Til is the verbal chain. With Ba, this is the middle prefix, which represents the non-human aspect, and Til is the verbal stem, which sits in slot 12, and this means to complete. So we can determine that this translates to of myself it completes, or more likely using the cohortative case, myself it completes. So my full literal translation for this is the strong arm of my God, myself it completes, or the strength of my God, myself it completes, or further translated to the strength of my God completes myself. Alright, and that's it. So yeah, shout out to Son of Enki, thanks for giving me this opportunity to make this video. I always love a challenge, and I'll see you all in the next one.